What's going on, guys? Tonksy here, and welcome to episode 2 of the Bournemouth career mode here on FIFA 17. As you can see in this episode, it's purely transfer related things, and then we'll get into the first game of the season and see how we can get on against Manchester United. But straight off the bat, we've got Andy Sermon, an offer coming from FC Lorient for 2.9 million. We've counter offered at 6 million. They've turned back around and said no, we don't want to go in with him for that. We don't want to pay that much money, so we're not going to be getting rid of Andy Sermon at any point soon. So fortunately for us, we're going to be able to keep him. These are the targets we're going to go for. Right back, I'd like to bring in a new right back. So Cedric, a player from Southampton I'm looking at. Very, very good all-round stats. Only 24 years of age, relatively young, and a 78 overall. Seems like he could really progress as a good player. Carl Jenkinson is a cheap on option if we run in low on funds. Only 73 overall, 24 years of age, same as Cedric, but only going to cost him around about 3 million. So not bad at all. Another player, Kieran Trippier, coming from Tottenham Hotspur. He would be a brilliant player to bring in. I'd expect to cost about 7-8 million if we get him on the cheap. Hasn't really been in favour at Spurs, as Kyle Walker's really taken over that right back role. So hopefully trying to bring the right back. Another position we're looking to improve on is centre defensive midfield. Mohamed Besic from Everton looks like the main standout player for me. James McCarthy, if we have extra funds from sales, we can try and jump in for him. He's a better option in that midfield area. However, I feel that maybe 15 million could be a bit out of price range at the moment. And another player, Pedro Obiang from West Ham. So all players in the BPL, players who have experience playing in this league, physicality, the stamina is needed. So they're all players we're looking at. We're looking to bring in another striker as well. Danny Welbeck, a player out of sorts at Arsenal already, doesn't really get much game time. So looking to see if we might be able to bring in a deal for him if we can get a few players to leave the club. Mama Bibaram Diouf as well was on loan at Blackburn, used to be a Man United player. Now at Stoke, of course, 78 overall, 28 years of age, very, very fast. Always been very, very good on FIFA games in the past. Divock Origi, a player who shows brilliant potential in the game, playing at Liverpool. If we could bring him in, that would be a brilliant capture long term for the club, as well as a short term option to replace Callum Wilson, and they could rotate between themselves. A player in real life who's unsettled, Sadio Barahino from West Bromwich Albion, just to add a bit more realism, could be a player we'd look at. And a player that I really would love to bring in, Marcus Rashford. If we could get him in, it would be incredible. 18 years of age, 76 overall already, and only 18. And in real life, he has been an absolute phenomenon. So bringing him would be incredible. We're going straight in to put bids in, however. Divock Origi, they want 17.5 million. We're going to try the waters at 12.5 million. Biram Diouf, they want 12 million. We're going to jump in at 10 million, see if we can get him for a bit cheaper. All the offers are going to be a bit below the asking price they want. Everton want 8.5 million for Mohamed Besic. We're going to try and go in at 6.5. Apologies. Kieran Trippier, 11 million. We're going to try around about 7.5 million, 8 million. About 7.5 we end up with. To see if we can bring him to the Vitality Stadium. Carl Jenkinson, they want 4.2. We're going to offer 3.5. See if we can bring him in. Marcus Rashford, Man United want 13 million for their young asset, their potential world beater. We're going to offer 9 million, which would be an absolute bargain. Cedric isn't going to be coming. Southampton don't want to get rid of him, so we're not even going to try and tempt him away because it's going to cost us a lot of money. Pedro Obiang, £6 million. We're going to try and put in for West Ham to try and get him in, but we look at Divock Origi. They want 17.5. That's as much as they're going to go. So we're going to pull out that deal, and it doesn't look like Origi going to be coming to our club at any time soon. Besic, the offer of 6.5 million has been accepted. We're going to offer £45,000 a week, 5 years, imported first team player, and see if we can tempt him to come to us with that. Jenkinson, another offer has been accepted. We're offering £40 a week, 5 years length, and we'll have an important first team player to try and bring him in as an extra right back. Marcus Rashford's bid of 9 million was declined by United, so we thought, you know what, 13 million really isn't that much considering his potential, so we'll try and bring him in for that much. Kieran Trippier we won't have to bring him for 7.5 million, so we're going to try and offer 10 million and see if we can get him $1 million under the valuation they want. Obiang, 6 million has been accepted. He wants £70,000 a week though, which could be a potential stumbling block. We offer 45,000, 5 year length, imported first team player, and 5% bonus per goal. Diouf also wants 70 grand a week. Another one could be a slight stumbling block. We don't really want to be paying so much money in terms of wages for these players, especially due to the chunk of the budget we're going to be losing in their transfer fees. But we're going to offer him £55,000 a week. Besic, a player, wants 60 grand a week. We're offering 55. A crucial first team player. We really do need a CDM, so I don't mind paying the wages for this type of player. However, the players such as CDM with Obiang £70,000 a week is a bit excessive. Striker, we don't really need to be paying £70,000 a week due to the fact that we don't need a striker. We just like an extra backup one. We had £50,000 in for Rashford to try and lure him to the club. Kieran Trippier, we're going to offer £60,000 a week, 5 years, and a crucial first-team player. He'll be a massive coup for the club if we're able to bring him in. Aubameyang says he wants 70 grand a week. We're going to tell him to do one. We don't want that. Aubameyang will not be coming to the club. We don't want to be paying 70 grand a week for a CDM who really doesn't have that much potential at all. Carl Jenkinson, £50,000 a week. We're still trying to work out a deal with Jenkinson to try and bring him into the club. Mohamed Besic doesn't want to relocate to Bournemouth, so we're going to offer him 65 grand a week, a bit over what he wants. 5 years contract, crucial first team player. Hopefully we can bring him in. Mohamed Behram Diouf still saying he wants a lot of money. We're going to offer him 65 grand a week, see if that will lure him in. The offer for Kieran Trippier was accepted, so we're going to bring him into the club. That will be our first signing as Bournemouth manager. That would be a brilliant, brilliant signing. And we're also going to reject the Carl Jenkinson offer. We don't need a right back now. We've brought in Trippier. Brilliant, brilliant signing. Going to add us a lot of stability in defence, and hopefully he will do a very, very good job at right back, because our right back position is quite weak. Rashford declined 50 grand a week. We're going to offer him 60 for a player of his potential and his current ability. It would be incredible to bring him in. Mohamed Besic is the second player we're going to bring in. We're going to accept the offer there. £8.5 million was asked. We got him for 6.5. We also got the wage of £65,000. So not too much at all. We go to our first league game in the Premier League, and we're at home against Manchester United. Of course, not had the best of seasons of recent times, so they're going to try and come out of the blocks all guns blazing, really. Mourinho wants to get after a fast start. You can see Rooney starting the game. In real life, he's been under quite a lot of criticism, but he possesses so much potential. It's going to be such an issue to try and keep him quiet for the entire 90 minutes. Our aim, get ahead early, possession-based football, try and slow the game down, because United like to play a fast-flowing game. And hopefully, that will mean we're able to get a decent result. You can see the transfers coming up on screen with the player debuts for Manchester United. I'm also trying to show you as much of the cinematics in this first game as possible. This won't be as long for the second, third, fourth episode. We're going to keep it at just team news, but I'm showing you all these cutscenes because it's, again, first game we've played in the Premier League. We want to see what it looks like. And you can see the lineups there. A relatively weakened lineup, as you'll see, from United, so we do stand a much, much, much better chance than we would do if all of the superstars were playing, such as Ibrahimovic. So I'm going to leave you in the hands of the commentators to describe the two teams for you, and we'll be back with you when the gameplay gets underway.
Bournemouth are going to go with this team today. Artur Boruc starts in goal. Kieran Trippier starts, making his debut. Max Gradel starts, looking to recover his form. And they'll play with a sole striker. This is then the Manchester United lineup. Sergio Romero plays in goal. Luke Shaw starts alongside Matteo Darmian in the fullback position. Michael Carrick plays with Morgan Schneiderlin in the centre of the park. Marcus Rashford is the main man up front. Teammates in the middle.
So as you saw, quite a weakened side from Manchester United, not really playing their full strength on, and it's going to be us who get the first chance or half chance of the game. Fall to Mings there in the centre of the box, and he just couldn't get his shot away. We wanted it to be really before Callum Wilson. Unfortunately, he's not able to get the first shot and goal. But the first half chance, we were breaking down United quite easily, really, in this these early stages. Jordan Ive getting a shot off at Sergio Romero there, and I believe it's Argentinian Romero gets down to make a very good save to his left-hand side. We then get a ball through. Wilshere nicks it off the defender, pokes it past Romero, and makes it Bournemouth 1, Manchester United. A very good through ball. Really, really dodgy defending from the United centre-back. Have been criticised in the past of having poor defensive-minded players. And another really bad mistake, which allows us to get through and make it 1-0. Daily Blind, I believe it may have been, who made the initial mistake. I could be wrong there, but judging by what I saw there, it looked like it was him. And we take an early 1-0 lead. If we could hold on to half-time, that would be absolutely fantastic. But Marcus Rashford, the potential signing, down the right-hand side, squaring the ball to Wayne Rooney. Artur Boruc gets a hand to it. Unfortunately, he's not able to keep it out. And it is 1-1 after 43 minutes. Wayne Rooney, I said it would be hard to keep him quiet at the beginning of the game. Captain of Manchester United. And he's proved that point to me within 43 minutes of the game. Martial breaking down the left-hand side going into the second half. 52 minutes gone. Breaking down the left-hand side. Really, really good ball in. Half cleared by Cook. Not cleared at all from I believe that's Jordan Ibe. And a very, very good attempt from Rooney. Nearly made it 2-1. Fortunately for us, it just crept the opposite side of the post. But 54 minutes gone. Straight after that, we counter-attack. And Wilson gets ahead of Eric Bailey. And he brings him down. Brings it to a penalty. And we have the chance to go back in front. Pardon my words, getting completely messed up. We have the chance to go back in front against Manchester United from the penalty spot. As you can see, the new penalty system going to be brought into play here. Max Gradle going up to take this penalty, and he misses it. Can he get a rebound? No, he can't. It's taken over Luke Shaw. It's cleared up a line by Danny Blind, and it stays at 1-1. Really poor penalty. Are we going to rue missing that chance as Marcus Rashford breaks on the right hand side, whips it into the box, and it's Rooney. You don't give him that type of space. You can't give him even half a chance, because he will punish you, and exactly what he's done. The quality United have possessed. They've brought on Ibrahimovic. They've got Rashford, Rooney, Mkhitaryan, Martial, all these players. You can see Ibra here getting involved. Plays a nice ball back to Pogba, the world record signing. Plays it out to Luke Shaw. First time ball across, and Rooney really should have made it 3-1. Really poor. And from that from that goal kick, we kick it out, go straight to Martial on the right hand side. He breaks down United's left. Puts a really good ball into the middle of the park. We don't defend it well at all, and Ibrahimovic heads it into the bottom left corner to make it 3-1 to United. So unfortunately, we are going to take the first game of the season of the Premier League season, and we're going to lose. As I did in real life, I lost 3-1. We lose 3-1 again. So not the start I'd really wanted. We showed signs in that game that we really can perform. We can play really well, but unfortunately, we didn't show enough of that form to keep out United and to score some more goals and to take the win. But hey ho, that's what you do. You don't take your chances, and these type of teams will punish you. Ibrahimovic, Rooney, world-class players will punish you, and that's exactly what's happened. Mama Bear and Juve comes back saying he wants 70 grand a week. Do we give him 70 grand a week? It's one of those. 62 grand a week. I think I'm going to offer. This will be the last offer for Doof. We then have an offer for Marcus Rashford accepted, so we decide to accept that. Bring him in. No Doof is coming in, and that is going to be that. We bring in Marcus Rashford as our marquee signing. I hope that you have enjoyed the episode. That is going to bring it to a close. Do drop a like down below if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new and you want to stay up to date with the series. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a very good day, and I will see you all in the next one.